Hello, friends, and welcome. Thanks for listening. Today is a rare day. It's a rare day. It's a day of firsts. Because that I can remember, I don't think I've ever publicly called for a revolution. And I know that I have never specifically addressed the video game community. But today, all that changes. Today, I seek to unleash one of the greatest forces known to mankind, the rage of the denied gamer. That's right. We've all seen the YouTube videos. You know, the kid who goes nuts when his parents delete his World of Warcraft account. The guy playing Xbox who destroys the TV when someone unplugs the console. The young man with no better outlet for his testosterone-fueled rage than to rip the Justin Bieber posters off his wall and snap his keyboard over his knee. Or at least try to. Yes, today I want to unleash that force, but I want to unleash it for good. You may have seen the news. On Monday, China announced a video game ban for children under age 18. No gaming during the week and only 3 hours on the weekend. Now, there's definitely an irony to all of this because I also ban video games in my home. For the last 10 years or so, my kids have not played any video games. I give my kids $200 a year not to play video games. And it's probably time to adjust that for inflation. But the $200 is really just about making it sting less because even if they don't want the money, they're still not allowed to play video games. But I remember when we lived in China, that astonished people. Some people were like, whoa, that's amazing. How do you do that? You know, how do you not have your kids play video games? And we're like, well, we don't let our kids have devices or play games. And some people were so amazed. It was as if their kids had a device fairy hidden in their room. And no matter what the parent did, the kid would still somehow end up with a device. But anyway, I digress. They say politics makes for strange bedfellows. And usually I'm not even into politics, but this was an opportunity I could not pass up. I generally don't like what video games do to young people, but I like what the Communist Party does to all people even less. And so I want to take one evil force and release it on an even greater evil force. So gamers, listen to me. It is your duty for the sake of all that is precious and dear to you, for the sake of everything that you think is worth living for and passing on to your children, for the sake of liberty, unborn babies, and oppressed minority groups. Wait, that probably won't be as motivating. So for the sake of Fantasy Westward Journey, Crossfire, G-Kart, Arena of Valor, Happy Farm, and a bunch of other games that men with girlfriends have never heard of, I am calling upon you. Rise up. This is your moment, gamers. If all the gamers in China descended upon Beijing, I have no doubt they could overthrow the Communist Party oligarchs in a matter of hours. Channel that rage, gamers. Channel that rage at having your Call of Duty, Clash of Kings, and Crazy Mouse accounts canceled, and go take back your gaming rights. Think of all the levels you will never reach, the virtual upgrades you will never be able to buy, and do what must be done. The Chinese Communist Party is doomed. They have just turned an entire generation against them. The generation that they told how many babies they could have just rolled over and took it, but not this generation. They've crossed the line. They've gone too far. They've enraged a generation of young men, and I'm here to catalyze them into useful action. Gamers of China, the world is watching. This is your moment. You have the tools. You know how to organize. You know how to circumvent all the face tracking software and deep data searches. Do it, gamers. Take what belongs to you. Take China back from the Communist Party. I hope the nations of the world are all over this. If I had the means, I'd be running Black Ops 24/7 with angry 16-year-olds. What the West hasn't had the courage to do now falls on disgruntled teenagers. Stand up to the Communist Party. Tell them, no more. Come on, gamers. Save yourself. Save all of us from the Chinese Communist Party. The world needs you. Now is the time. Gamers, unite.